good evening guys. It's a 4:31 p.m. Today is October 9th, Monday, afternoon farm payroll update. Okay, so Columbus Day Columbus Day holiday today, bank holiday as usual. I got a phone call, so let me start again. So Columbus Day holiday, bond market is closed today, and some wars related to Israel and Hamas is going on, and one more thing, right? Treasury market is also closed. So today we are neutral because of Friday's up move, right? So now it's not only because of Friday's up move, it's because of all these things combined. Okay, otherwise I would have say stick with longs, but because of all these things, right, market may not move today a lot. So however, end of the day I want to see a neutral bearish day today. So I'm looking for neutral bearish today, or neutral but not neutral up. Okay, now however, best time to trade today is 10 to 11 and 1 to 2 p.m. So basically trade means you can take your entries, exit up to you. I will confirm the direction in Discord later, but now assume it is neutral. We can take one long, one short today. Today's range can be become very tight due to the fact that bond market is closed, federal government is closed, all these reasons, right? So 1 to 2 p.m, 10 to 11, we are neutral. We can do both shorts and long, right? End of the day, I want to see neutral bearish day, correct? So let's go here. Now instead of neutral bearish, we have a neutral bullish day. Okay, so it's opposite of what I wanted to see. Now remember, we are neutral today, right? So now before that, let me show you one more thing. Okay, see this thing, this is yesterday I typed it. Okay, so below 980, risk of reversal of Friday's move by Tuesday. Okay, not Monday, by Tuesday. Okay, if it drops below, so at one point it dropped below 980, but didn't go far. Okay, ideally this buyer should hold above 1520 to 62 for NQ, right? It should hold above it. Okay, should not drop below 980, otherwise risk. Okay, so you have to understand these things. While I wrote this, NQ was all the way up at 15,160 when it closed at Friday, right? And ES was at 4350 or so, correct? And I was looking for this area for ES, and NQ this, like almost 160 or 180 point down move in NQ. And so basically it can come up to that point and buyers have to defend it. These are like line in sand, break below, risk of reversal, and these are the line in sand for ES, right? So now you understand the background. So up to this line in sand, buyers still have a control technically based on the Friday, but if it falls below it, then reversal chances by Tuesday. Okay, so at least now you know the background, that where are the buyers sitting. Okay, so sellers have to prove it because of that Friday's up move, right? If sellers wants to take over, they have to break below those levels, right? So now in the overnight, right? So now you understand why I said neutral. So overnight, see, drop, and then level was 990, and then 980. See, to the T, which I wrote it at 6:33 p.m. on Friday, when price was all the way here. Now you see the meaning of that 980 level. Look at this, midnight 980, held it, then it went up again, held it, right? So now at least you know, going into today we are neutral, and this is important level 980, right? But I did not make 980 as important level. I made this area below 980 as important. See, super aggressive buyers, I listed as a super aggressive buyers because this is like line in sand now. Either they want to hold it, they have to hold it. Below, aggressive sellers, because below Friday's reversal, right? Up move reversal can happen. So that's why this area listed was aggressive sellers as well as, because we don't know what will happen after open. Either go through it or hold it. Now, because it was holding this area in the overnight, but it couldn't go above this. So this is a preferred sellers area. So if it wants to go down, it has to hold below this. So now you understand why I label this area such a way. Same goes for ES, right? So ES, now you look at ES, I said 43.14 or 94. So 94 pretty much in the overnight, right? This area, basically when I said 94 is this area. So that's why this area becomes aggressive buyers. Okay, and then this area 17 or 14, right? That was another level, became super aggressive buyers or aggressive sellers. Okay, now so anything can happen. It can go here to here, here to here, and here to here, or here to here. Okay, that's why it's a neutral today. Now let's talk about open. So when it opened right around my favorite 20 level. Okay, so Discord folks knows it. So it opened there. So it gap down, wide gap down, and the AD was around minus 900. That's the first disconnect right there. So usually with this wide gap, AD is supposed to be very negative. This was not enough negativeness. That's the first sign favor of buyers. Okay. But anyway, we have to watch because today is neutral day, and use when 10 to 11 or 1 to 2 is a trading time, right? So we were watching in the morning in Discord. ES was holding it here for up to 9:40, first 10 minutes, while NQ was tanking. So there is a disconnect here between divergence actually between ES and NQ. NQ wants to go down, ES was holding. So neither you can go long or short. Okay, now you're observing it. Then it touched this 965. See this aggressive areas, and it bounced because ES couldn't go down, right? So it's a divergence here. NQ making new low, ES is not making new low. It's a divergence. AD was trending higher here by that time. So divergence, maybe a setup for long, but I didn't want to do anything. So we let it go, but we were watching it. Then NQ bounced like a hell, like super duper bounce. Straight went into this area. ES also went to 35, which is this area. Backup sellers, preferred sellers area. Both are in preferred sellers area at the same time, right? Straight up. Now I'm watching these things, right? Because I don't want to short it here because the amount of this buying, technically this super aggressive buyers area held it here, right? And now they are buying up all the way up to here. It can like chop and go higher too, right? So we have to wait to see what goes next. Then price made a new high here. See that? In ES also, which is this pretty much, Then what time was it? 9:58. Yeah, 9:58 here. NQ made a new high, ES made a new high, and then from here it got rejection, right? So I was watching 5-minute candle and 1-minute candle. So rejection was fast, right? So otherwise if it would have chopped around here, I would have my short right here, but it was fast, so it went down straight here. One of the member actually shorted here, somewhere here on the way down, and it, or maybe here I think, and he took this many points in between dream numbers. Basically dotted lines are our dream number. Then I was waiting, I was watching that, hey, it's so fast, if it comes back up and it pauses, I may have a short. So now I'm still looking for, thinking that hey, buyers are still there, right? And here I don't want to short because it's a lower end. but here due to this response I can have my shorts and price at least one time, it will go down here, because see, this is a random level. See, it is not one of our line also, it's a random level, it's not even 980, right? So it will come down, and that was the whole idea. So when it went back up like this, right, look at this, it went back up, pause, up, went up, and in Discord we were talking about 30 level. I said 30 level in NQ to watch, 31 actually, and 21 also I gave it, and then ES I said watch 29 and 30 both. Okay, so we were watching it here, then it went above it and then poked up, got again rejection from this original level, then came down, popped back up. I took my short, not in ES but NQ. Okay, 31 was my short, actually 33 right here. Then my target was I was watching actually ES at that time, so my target was ES 22 level. Since I didn't take a shot in ES, my target was ES, so I was watching ES 22. I said ES needs one test of 22 and this 15 area or 14, basically I said 14 to 17, basically this entire area. Okay, so ES I was watching when ES came down here. I was holding NQ as a target. My target was way lower here, but I was watching ES. I said watch ES, if it bounces like this I would bail out my NQ. That's where I bail out my NQ, right at this 1040. See that, 15,000. Okay, so I got 33 point here, which is more than enough. Anyway, after an AP only one trade is allowed, so I took my trades. Okay, then I was watching it. Okay, so ES bounced here. This 29 was original level, we were watching it. That's the whole reason I shorted this. On the way up, this 29 we have to watch it. If it goes through it, then buyers are officially confirming it. But if it gets rejection, most likely it will come down to this area 14, 15, so it did, but we didn't do anything here. Okay, then NQ came down here. Now see, NQ is officially into level, right? Now it's interesting, this entire area is a support, either it goes through it or bounce. If it bounces, I said watch 27, 29. If it goes through 27, at least 27, and NQ goes through 15,050, buyers are confirming. That is what I said when price was here. Okay, but anyway, at this time at 11 we stopped Discord, and I said, you know what, we are done for the day, but if you are trading, watch this. So then later, say ES touched here, which is this, and then by that time if you look at this picture here in the internals, look at momentum, it was holding to the upside consistently. By the time if you look at AD, it was rising nicely, right? So internals were not supporting this down moves. Okay, so buyers may jump back in again, but we have to wait for confirmation. Okay, now here also one more thing going on. ES was strong here in terms of buyers, NQ was weak. Then later in the day, when at 11 o'clock, when ES made a new low into this support 15-14 area, ES made a new low here, right? It was strong buyers, still made a new low. NQ weak buyers, it did not make a new low. See that? Upward channel, downward channel. Now there is a divergence between indexes. So either ES is going to hold, basically ES is at discount, or NQ is at discount for sellers actually, this for buyers. So we have to wait. Then now you see this. See, this 21 was very important, right? Here it poked above it. See, this was the earlier sign, very early sign. That's buyers are up. Then it went down, right? Here, correct? So now you're watching. See, look, 11, 12. Let me show you. what is it here, right? ES was here, NQ was here, again divergence, right? So first time it was actually here, right? So again divergence, right? Then NQ touched this 965, which was a good line. This is hunting level. It instantly bounced like this, right? So it was 1115, so 1115 ES was above this line. So that was the earliest sign. You can go long if you want to, but you know, they was like neutral. It can do ping pong. So wait, then it goes through this 27, 29 area like a piece of cake, you know, and NQ went through this. So this time you are ready for long if you want to. You know, I didn't take it because I was not watching, you know. Even though if I was watching, I wouldn't do anything. Then price went higher and pulled back, right, into the same area. NQ did the same thing, you know, it pulled back to 31 basically here. This was the long if you want to take it, which is right here into preferred sellers area after breaking above it, pulling back, you know. So at this time you can take a long here, but exit, I don't know. See, exit either this or depending on ES, how far it goes, you know. Since ES already tagged this area, if ES can come here or here, you know, that it's depend. You have to watch. Then as long as candle is moving, you can hold it. When NQ filled the half gap, you know, around 89 or 90s was half gap fill. You know, ES was touching, I think 45, 12 o'clock. Yeah, 45. See here, this one you can bill out and you can call it a day off. After that you don't want to mess around, you know. So this one is a pure luck. This move, lucky move, you know. Now this one also you can trade, you know. Let's say you want to trade it, right? Now you know buyers are controlling here, correct, from these levels. Then it has a breakout above this area, which is a preferred sellers area. Can it turn into buyers area? Yes. Broken resistance, turn into support, right? So, but you have to wait. Once it breaks out, pulls back here, first time, you have to wait, you know, because it can technically, it went back inside this area, so it can pause here and then go down too, because it's a neutral day idea, right? So ES, it was around 1250, right? So ES was right here, and this was a preferred sellers area as well, right? So ES can do the same thing. So both fell into this preferred sellers area, which can turn into buyers area, right? Or it can go through it. So you have to wait. When price first time came in here, right, you have to wait. Then it popped back up, again came down, right? Now you're watching these things to see what it does, right? See, at this time it was, remember I said 1 to 2 p.m. or 10 to 11, right? This is a 1 o'clock window, right? So here ES made a slight new low within this area, right? Look at NQ. Did it make a new low? Probably not. See? So then what happens? It's a divergence, minor divergence, right? So you're watching these things. Then price went up like this. Take out this high, went up. Same thing here. Take out this high, pull back to be technically this high. See, and it held it. This is where you can go long if you want to, targeting this or this backup sellers area. See here, backup sellers area, you can target that. See, so, and that be all for today, you know. Now tomorrow still, you know, technically it poked below 980, right? ES couldn't come to 14 actually, so ES came down to what, up to 15. So either one point, you know, I don't know, but so tomorrow, right, since it poked down below 980, ES couldn't. It's the gray area. It's like a mixed picture tomorrow. I have no clue until I see tomorrow, 2 days overnight. Then I can let you know tomorrow whether it's going to go higher or come back all the way down here. Okay, because since it was Tuesday, low volume stuff, Monday, low volume stuff, holidays, this up rally may be fake. So we'll see based on the overnight price action, and that be all for today.